Hi, so I wanted to do a short intro on spirituality and see about explaining who you really are. So we see ourselves as physical bodies, and that's really what we see and that's really what we feel, but we are not actually our bodies. And this is really important to understand because once you understand that, you start, like I say, going down the rabbit hole, and that hole goes really deep. And it's not scary, it's something really important to do so that you can understand the world that you're living in and so that you can understand yourself better and other people around you. So you have to stop seeing yourself as a body because that is really just, the vessel that you're in. That's really just, um, you could say, the matrix that you're in. Um, all of this is not really real. This is merely an illusion. Um, but what's really real is what's inside and what you can't see. Um, and people think that's cuckoo or whatever, People think like it sounds crazy, but it's not when you really access it and when you really connect with it. You can't even deny that there is an outer world, that there is a inner world, I should say. Um, and that world is the most important. Um, and it's made to be unimportant. It's made to, it's repressed and all that stuff because of, negative forces on Earth. And that sounds cuckoo too, but it's not. It's very real. And they don't want you to know who you are. They don't want you to feel love and true love and and beautiful things like faith in yourself, faith in other people, faith in things that are bigger than you and than this world even. So that is why we don't really know enough about all this because it's being repressed in our society. So you might ask yourself that, you might ask yourself why, if this was true, why would you not know? Why would you not feel it? Because we haven't been taught to feel it. We haven't been taught to see it. We haven't been taught to believe it. And, you know, I wrote something recently on my Twitter that people only believe what they've already seen, but nobody has seen everything. And to me, that's just to say that just because you haven't seen it, it doesn't mean that you know about it. It doesn't mean that you can't try to know more and try to figure out whether or not that could be real. But if you don't truly try, you're never going to believe in things that are new. You're going to keep following the mainstream. You're going to keep believing in only yourself, and when I say only yourself, I don't mean only yourself, but I mean, yeah, you might listen to some other people, but at the end of the day, you make decisions by yourself, you make choices by yourself, and you follow the path that you want to follow. And so that is basically only, you know, listening to yourself and believing in yourself. But when you really, really put yourself out there and you listen to others with your heart and with an intention to understand them and to understand where they're coming from and to also, have faith in them while they're speaking to you and or while they're just posting things here and there or whatever. There are so many people like this, And you need to keep an open mind and an open heart to others. And it's really, it sounds easier than doing it. It sounds actually like you might be doing it right now, but you really might not be doing it right now, because having faith in others is deeper than just saying that you've listened to them and whatever. So it really is important to listen to yourself, to listen to others, to listen to yourself, and um, to be open minded. Now that is how you access who you truly are. Is really just being open to everything, and really actually considering everything, and not being afraid of what you're going to find, um, and look deep into um, that fear or whatever, and really ask yourself every single time that you need to, you ask yourself questions. Am I scared of learning about this? Is this why I'm rejecting it? Or you know am I having enough faith in other people, even strangers? Because the internet is actually really um, essential for us right now. And actually, at one point, I was like, oh my God, the internet is really terrible, right? Because of this and that. But at this point, I think, wow, we really wouldn't have made it this far if we didn't have each other. We're learning so much from each other. So, all that to say that your spirituality really has a lot to do with other people, and it has a lot to do with this world, with everybody around you, and of course it has a lot to do with yourself. At the end of the day, um, all the answers are within yourself. So you just need to be extremely open-minded, and then just go on that path and go down the rabbit hole. I mean, it's pretty incredible what you find. Yeah, it's scary at times, of course. But, for me, it was scary many years ago. Well, I wouldn't say many. I would say many years ago. And then I had to take a break because it was overwhelming. But it isn't scary anymore. I've taken the fear out of it a long time ago, and actually it's pretty amazing to me, all the things you can find, and the truth to me is really important. um, and it's amazing, and it's beautiful. It really is beautiful. But it's not at all what we'd expect. So go down that rabbit hole and be open-minded, and just get rid of your body while you're learning about things. Get rid of this physical illusion of your body and these things around you, and your job, and you know your day-to-day life, your routine, and um, you know this cup of coffee, this chair. You need to realize that really none of it is really part of your real world. This isn't your real world. We were put here, and whether or not we chose to be here, that's a different subject. Um, and it's interesting too. I mean, there are so many subjects that are interesting, and I'm going to get into as many of them as I can. Um, but we do have to realize that this world is an illusion. This is not a real world. Our real world is after this, and it's before this. So we need to tap into that. So I'll leave you with that, and then I'll see you on the next video.